Hey y'all, how you doing? It's your girl Rose Basamira, and as you see in the title, we are going to look at BTS Jungkook's past is more tragic than you think. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, get notified every time I upload. Recommend for me something to react to as well. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video.
BTS robbed Jungkook of his
Jeon Jungkook,
childhood. Our favorite magne is known to overwork himself to the
perfectionist.
point that he passes out on stage. He even earned the nickname Golden Boy because of his extremely unhealthy habits. Tune into this video to know more about the tragic past that led him to act out. Being called the Golden Magne is a blessing and a
Funny.
curse at the same time. Yes, he is the perfect idol indeed. He is the main vocalist, lead dancer, sub-rapper, and the center of BTS.
Sorry.
He's basically an all-around idol. The downside to this is that he's always alone. From
Really?
his childhood to today, he's always been like that. I really wish he had someone to lean on.
What about the
It's
97
an
line?
obvious fact that Jungkook joined the
97
music
line.
industry very early. He
That's
knew
it?
he wanted to sing when G-Dragon released his solo song Heartbreaker in August 2009. You can
I was
see
in
his
primary
influence on
7.
Jungkook. The dance moves and the singing style look so similar.
G-Dragon.
I guess G-Dragon is someone ARMY should thank. If it wasn't for him, BTS wouldn't be complete. Unlike the other BTS members, Jungkook's family was actually supportive of his dream. They did all they could to help him reach his dream. In this
Wow.
same year, the talent show Superstar K launched. To find the superstar,
Ah, he's so
judges
young.
and viewers voted on the contestant who would win. Little did they know that they let go one of the world's biggest superstars. You can see how nervous our Jungkook was in his first audition. I wish I could give him a hug. In this second round, fans can see how he was so anxious that he kept fidgeting with his fingers. His eyes kept getting bigger and bigger until his worst fear came true. He passed the first round only and was asked to go home in the next one. Jungkook competed with 30,000 other people. But fans are surprisingly thankful to this series of unfortunate events. It was a blessing in disguise because so many companies contacted him after that day.
Lucky
I bet the show
him.
felt bad for kicking him out.
I know,
One
right?
of them was Big Hit Entertainment. Out of the 7 companies
That
that
one I
offered
know.
him a position as a trainee, the then 13-year-old Kookie picked the newest, least successful one. I was wondering why he did this. Why couldn't he just pick a company out of the big 3? The answer is simple. He
RM.
chose Big Hit because he specifically saw a video of RM performing and he thought he was cool.
Young
He
thinking,
picked
right?
BTS because of RM. RM always brags that
You know the funny thing about this is like, I don't think he actually. You know when you like, I'm picturing myself. Me and Jungkook were born the same year, right? 97, same month. September. He's just 9 days older than me because I was born on September 10th. So we're like in the same age gap, and that's like okay, 2013. He was 13 here, right? So being 13, I'm wondering what my mindset or my thought process was at the age of 13. I'm not going to even lie and say that it was mature at all because it wasn't. So I'm imagining I'm faced with such a decision, and I'm pretty sure like his innocent childlike thinking actually led him to something. But because I'm sure if it was like I'm more mature, if it were a more mature person, they would have gone with one of the big 3, right? Because like you find like it's the easier route, it's more accomplished and stuff like that. So a more mature person would have gone with that. But being a kid in that my mindset, I remember like when I was, let me see, uh, you just like kind of like certain things that even the reasoning you give is not like that big or like, oh, I like this because of this, and it's like those serious reasons. You're like, nah, I saw Opa here, what, or like Nuna, I liked her this and this, and I wanted to be at the same place as she was. Some stuff like this. It's really, really, really like why should I say? I could see myself thinking like that at that age, and My oh my, did it pay off? Okay, I'm talking too much. Let's continue watching. Ah,
Jungkook joined the group because of
he
him.
did. So
Now
let
that
him brag.
Jungkook joined Bangtan Seongyeongdan as their
Bangtan
youngest
Seongyeongdan.
member, it was clear that he had to leave his family in
Oh, he was from
Busan. Poor
Busan.
Cookie left when he was only 13. He started a new life in 7th grade and lived in a dorm filled with strangers.
That
I
would turn
would
out to
be
be
so
brothers.
overwhelmed if I was
I
in
know,
his
at that
position.
age.
Peer pressure, fear of failure, living with people he barely knew. His shyness took the best of him. According to the other members, their first impression
look
of
at
him
him,
was that he looked like a
Cookie.
deer because of his big eyes.
Cookie.
How cute is that?
Kyopta.
You have to understand this. Jeon Jungkook was an extremely
now-
shy kid. Even though they were welcoming, Cookie was really quiet and didn't budge. V says that Jungkook would always go home late from vocal lessons and would wait until everyone is asleep just to shower. Jin mentions too that if you ask Jungkook to sing during their pre-debut days, he would burst out in tears.
Oh,
Who would have
Kyopta.
imagined he was like this before? You don't see this man
At
cry today.
all.
When Jungkook warmed up to the boys, they formed a special bond. They're very protective of their Magni. Because he lived so far from his parents, Jin made it a habit to drive him to and from school. He was already in college when Jungkook was in middle school. On the weekends, he would invite Jungkook to eat with him and his family. Seok Jin treated him as his little brother. When asked which
Hyung.
member he needs the most,
Nice Hyung.
Jungkook chose Jin. He reveals that his Hyung was the reason
Hyung.
why he fell in love with Seoul. The other members were there in his first and last days of school. Jungkook was definitely the most good-looking guy in high school. On the rare occasions he attended school, girls just wanted to take pictures with him here and there. You might think getting all the attention is good, but for the shyest person ever, like Jungkook, is a total nightmare. He actually also struggled in school because he didn't like studying. Aside from going to school when they don't have packed schedules, Jungkook had to worry about staying in the company. Do you remember that being a trainee does not guarantee one to debut?
I know that. I heard about
BTS was
that.
ranked weekly to evaluate their talent. It was reported by Bang PD that Jungkook was almost kicked out of the group because of his shyness.
What?
Other members also wanted to leave, but Jungkook didn't want
I
them
remember
to.
that story.
They were already like a family.
Ah.
So when J-Hope announced he wanted to leave, Jungkook burst out into tears again, causing J-Hope to stay. He really was the anchor of their group ever since. This baby is so innocent. I wish he would never experience this pain ever again. But the universe had other
right
plans.
now, huh?
Jeon Jungkook still struggled after debut. BTS had a difficult time after their debut. They didn't even get a proper debut stage.
Yeah.
They kept receiving plagiarism reports, hate comments, and even death threats. The struggle just kept on going. I don't think they did anything to deserve that treatment. Of course, as the youngest and the center of the group, Jungkook had the hardest time. BTS would rarely be invited to reality shows. Once, Jungkook was asked to be a guest, alone, with no other members, and it was the worst thing he experienced in his life. The show was called Flower Crew, and I remember how angry ARMYs were when it showed. They wanted the show to shut down. Jungkook brought food for the cast to eat, but they rudely declined the food, accusing him of bringing leftovers. This left Jungkook questioning if he really did something bad. No, Jungkook, they're just really mean. If the older BTS members were there, who knows what could have happened during the filming. The other actors were forced to apologize, but the damage was already done. Jungkook never attended any TV show ever again. Even with all this fame, he was still alone all the time. Once, he walked along the Hongdae on his own to listen to buskers. Of course, ARMYs followed him around.
Of course.
I think Jungkook really prefers to be alone all the time. Today, Jungkook continues to overwork himself. Still, he continued to overwork himself. So much so that in one of their concerts, Jungkook collapsed. It was revealed in Burn the Stage that he was already feeling unwell during the concert. but he still pushed through for his fans. This moment made all the members worry. Suga even cried in the bathroom. This just proves how much they love him. There was another incident where he injured himself and had to get stitches. He got us all worried, but he still forced himself to perform, even though he was just sitting the whole concert. BTS had to bring him around because he couldn't walk at all. Members begged him to take it easy ever since. Being alone in the past made him unlucky in love, too. He's never been in a relationship, except of course for the countless dating rumors he's been a part of. For now, he only has
and
Army
he loves
and the members
Army
by
so
his side.
much.
We are now familiar
Even has a
with
tattoo.
the pain behind his smile.
Even has
but,
a tattoo.
You know, I think all his hard work paid off. It might have been lonely and hard, but look where he is now.
True.
If you want to know more about BTS's tragic past, I picked out the next video for you, where you'll know which members were.
Thank you very much for watching the video with me of Jungkook, Cookie, a golden maknae, the 97 line. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I remain your girl Rose, but Samurai. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.
California love, I've been riding through the city in the Cadillac, getting faded off the Remy. Had a ugly low pass, nowadays sitting pretty. I know I made mistakes, I just